as you can see, today I am somewhere new, and that is because I am finally filming my daily makeup routine. So I thought it'd be best if I was facing my window because, you know, with the daylight, the colors would be more accurate and all that. But yeah, this was probably my most requested video. But to be completely honest, I was kind of putting it off because I am not a makeup expert. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just enjoy makeup, so I like experimenting with it and seeing what works for me. But yeah, I am in no position to be teaching one anything. But since a lot of you did want to see this, then I thought I would film it. And yeah, as you can see, it's really simple. There's not much to it at all. So yeah, if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with the Korres Pomegranate Mattifying Primer. I actually came across this recently and I got a sample at Sephora and I have been loving it, so I'm definitely going to go back and purchase it. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. As you can see, I like to apply this in an upside down triangle shape. I also like to put some in between my eyebrows and down my nose to conceal and highlight. I'm going to go ahead and blend all that in with a damp beauty blender. So before setting that, I'm just going to quickly put on my eyeshadow primer so I can set the eye area all at once. And this is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I really like it because it keeps my shadows from creasing and just makes them last really long. So to set that, I'm going to go into my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and I'm going to use the color Cream. To apply that, I'm using the e.l.f. small tapered brush. I think it's the perfect size and shape for that under eye area. Now this might be a bit weird to some people, but I actually don't like wearing foundation. I just don't like how it feels on my skin. I'd much rather just use concealer and powder. Therefore, to give me some extra coverage under my eyes, which is where I need it most, I like going in with a second powder, which is the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in the color Naturally Beige. It really brightens up that under eye area. And I'm just going to use that to set my eyeshadow primer as well. So since I don't use foundation, I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques Detailer brush with some MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the color NC30, apply it to any little blemishes or dark spots and just tap that in. And then I'm going to set my entire face with my favorite Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, and mine is in the color Silky Beige. I like to pat it on as opposed to swiping it around because then it won't move my concealer underneath, and I feel like this way it gives me more coverage as well. I'm applying this with the e.l.f. powder brush. So for my eyebrows, I've been using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Black. First I just brushed it into place with the spoolie, and then I just fill it in mostly at the tail and just a teeny bit at the front. I don't like to go overboard. I still like for them to look very natural. Once I finish filling them in, I like to brush through them again with the spoolie so there aren't any harsh lines. To help keep them in place, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Mascara. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using this taupe color from the Maybelline Expert Wear Eyeshadow Quad in Chai Latte. I'm just going to be using this all over my lid and my crease with a BH Cosmetics blending brush. I don't know if you guys will be able to even really see the color on camera because it is quite close to my skin tone, about like 2 shades darker, but in person you can definitely see it, and I think it's the perfect like everyday all over lid color. And then I'm just gonna keep blending. To highlight underneath my brow bone, I'm just going to use this highlight shade from my e.l.f. Beauty Journal. Oh, and I have no idea what brush this is that I'm using because it actually has nothing written on it. So now it's time for my signature winged liner. I've actually been using winged liner since I was in high school about 10 years ago. Yes, I know, I'm old. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, I'm using the NYC Liquid Eyeliner in the color Black. So pretty much I like starting on the inner corner and then I kind of just bring it halfway and then I go to the outer corner and then just kind of finish it off. I know it's a bit weird, but I just find it easier this way. And then I also just like lining both eyes before doing the wing because that way I can compare them, see if they look the same, and see if there are any places that need to be thicker. And then I just do the wings last. And if there are any parts that aren't looking as great as I would like, I go in with my e.l.f. makeup remover pen and just kind of perfect the line. So for my lower lash line, I like mixing the taupe and brown colors in that same Maybelline quad that I used before. It's barely noticeable really, but I really think it ties the look together. To bronze my face, I'm going back into the NYX Highlight and Contour palette and I'm using the color Tan. I'm applying this with my e.l.f. complexion brush. As you can see, it's really pigmented, but it's also really blendable. I'm also going to apply that a little bit to my temples and then underneath my jaw as well. So once again, I'm going back into my NYX palette and I'm using the color Toffee to contour. I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush. I think this is such a great brush. For blush, I'm going to be using this peachy color from the Forever 21 Ultimate Matte Blush palette. I'm in love with this palette. I think the blushes are super pigmented and creamy. I'm applying that with the e.l.f. Mineral Powder Brush, and as I said, this blush is really pigmented, so I'm trying to get as little as possible on the brush and then just trying to build that up slowly. And the little bit that's left on the brush, I'm just going to put on my nose because I feel like it gives a nice little sun-kissed look. Now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and onto my favorite and yet most hated part, mascara. I hate applying it, but I love the results. I'm using the Maybelline The Falsies mascara on my top and lower lashes, and then I'm just going to go in with my makeup remover pen to remove any little dots that are on my lid. I'm going to tight line with a black kohl eyeliner from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Pencil in Light on my waterline. To highlight, I'm going to be using this highlighter from Forever 21. Believe it or not, this is one of my favorite highlighters. Unfortunately, I don't see it on their website anymore and the writing of mine came off, so I don't even remember what it's called, but it's really, really pretty. This brush is actually a paintbrush that I got from Michaels, but I just love how it applies my highlight. So I'm applying that to my cheekbones and just a little bit on my nose. I'm also adding a little bit onto my brow bone just for a little extra highlight. To highlight my inner corners, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer in the color Pink Chiffon. In this light it looks pretty white, but it's more of a champagne color with a pink undertone. As for lips, I don't really wear the same color every day, so I wasn't really sure what should be considered a part of my daily makeup routine, but I just decided to go for a lip combo that I've been wearing a lot lately, which is the e.l.f. Longwear Lip Liner in the color Natural Blush, and then I go over that with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color London. I really like how this looks. It's kind of a pinky nude. Now I'm going to set everything with some Fix Plus from MAC and we're done. This part's really important for me because I feel like it makes everything look a lot more natural and doesn't let it look cakey. So that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was really different for me. It's actually a lot harder to do your makeup when you know you're being filmed. But yeah, if you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if for some crazy reason you guys actually want me to do more makeup videos, which I don't know why you would, just let me know in the comments and I will try to film them for you. And yeah, until next time, bye!